Well, Britain has promised to back US reprisals against Iran after American authorities uncovered an alleged plot to kill the Saudi ambassador in Washington. Iran has denied any involvement in the plot, but the US Secretary of State Hillary Clinton has called for a very strong message to be sent to Iran and said that Washington is preparing new penalties against Tehran. John Stewart reports.
Mansour Ababsieh, a 56-year-old American citizen with dual US and Iranian passports, appeared in a New York court, charged with plotting to assassinate the Saudi ambassador to the United States, Adel al-Jubeir. The FBI says Ababsieh and a second man based in Iran also plan to bomb the Saudi and Israeli embassies in Washington, D.C.
Today, the Department of Justice is announcing charges against two people who allegedly attempted to carry out a deadly plot that was directed by factions of the Iranian government to assassinate a foreign ambassador here in the United States.
According to the FBI, Ababsieh approached a Mexican drug cartel to organise an attack on the Saudi ambassador, and one of the scenarios involved a bomb attack on a Washington restaurant.
And though it reads like the pages of a Hollywood script, the impact would have been very real, and many lives would have been lost.
Washington has blamed Iran for the plot and claims that Ababsieh was working with a man in Iran who is a member of the Quds Force, an elite division in Iran's Revolutionary Guard.
The complaint alleges that this conspiracy was conceived, was sponsored, and was directed from Iran, and constitutes a flagrant violation of U.S. and international law, including a convention that explicitly protects diplomats from being harmed.
Saudi Arabia is a key US ally and competes with Iran for political control in the region.
Iran and Saudi Arabia are engaged in a Cold War over influence in the Middle East because they are the most influential actors in the region. Therefore, the Saudi ambassador would be the perfect target from the viewpoint of the Revolutionary Guards.
But former CIA analyst and Iranian expert Robert Bayer is not convinced that Iran is behind the plot and says that American officials may have got it wrong.
This doesn't fit their modus operandi at all. It's completely out of character. They're much better than this. They wouldn't be sending money through an American bank. They wouldn't be going to the cartels in Mexico to do this. It's just not the way they work. I've followed them for 30 years, and they're much more careful, and they always use a proxy between them and the operation, and in this case, they didn't.
And if the Americans are wrong, Robert Bayer warns today's tough talk will increase pressure on an already strained relationship with Iran. Iranian officials have denied any involvement with the plot and say the story has been designed to turn public attention away from America's domestic political problems. John Stewart, Lateline.